In this video, I'm getting rid of this and replacing it with this. Find out why. Roll titles. This video is sponsored by Kent Faith, K&F Concept, first choice for photo and video products. Use the link in the description below and enter the discount code Brian James for 10% discount on all products ordered before the 31st of December 2024. Well, hi YouTube, Brian James at Micro Four Thirds Guy with you once again, and this is a sponsored video by Kent Faith, who do the K&F Concept model line, and you'll find out why it's sponsored a little bit soon. But yeah, what's the thing of getting rid of this? Well, this has been my normal camera case for quite some time. I'll see if I can get it in the shot. This is my little Low Pro camera case. It's a side slung camera case. It's really served me well. I have nothing against Low Pro products, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering. It's been a fantastic product for me for a long time. It's seen me really through. I've got a few of their cases actually. I've got this one, but I've also got a back type one. I think it's an AS300 or an AS400, something like that. And that carries most of my big camera stuff around. Really good because it fits inside an airline baggage case, an overhead baggage case. So if I'm going on holiday, I can fit the whole backpack in and take it. But the problem is it's a bit on the big side, and this one doesn't carry my iPad. Now, I use my iPad all the time. It's got to be with me all the time. So I end up having to carry my iPad separately. And I've come out to Torquay Tarn today in between rain showers because it's been pouring rain. And the reason I've done that is because I've been given this to try. This is a K&F Concept bag from Kent Faith. And if you remember, I did a video on, if you look, there's a link above, to the tripod that Kent Faith sent me through a little while ago, and I was knocked out by it. Now, I've been wanting a new bag for a little while, and when I was in Cyprus I realised the limitations of the one that I had, and I thought I'll have a look on the Kent Faith website because I get 10% discount, you see, because of the code underneath. If you actually want to buy any of their products, not just the ones that are shown here, if you use the link below, you get 10% off, and also I get a little subscription towards helping the channel too. So I had a word with my friend at Kent Faith, and I said, you know, I like the tripod you sent me through. I'm interested in some of the cases. Can you give me some advice on what you do? Because they've got loads on the website. When you go on there, they've got them from tiniest little bags all the way up to huge, great big hiking backpacks. And we discussed what was available, and she suggested this one. This is one of the 10-litre bags. I'll just give you some of the specs on it. Now, I'll show you pictures as we go through, but basically this bag, it's mainly polyester. It's a faux leather on the top, so if you're ecologist and you don't want to be having real leather, don't worry about it. This isn't real leather on here, I don't think. I haven't seen any signs for real leather, but that makes it very acceptable to a big audience on that. But a leather type finish, really durable, 100% waterproof. The bag, it weighs about 0.8 0.8 of a kilo in itself, so it's not a heavy bag in itself. So even when you're starting to put your camera gear in, it's not particularly heavy. I'll just get the specs up on it actually, because it does give me the size, because it's 10 litre capacity, but it's 34 centimetres by 13 centimetres by 25 centimetres. So looking at it, I thought, well, that's not big enough for 10 litres, is it? But when I measured it out, it certainly is 10 litres. Comes with a nice shoulder strap, which is detachable, really well padded, really nice, fits on the shoulder treat, and inside it's got all sorts. So how come I got this bag? Well, as I say, Ken Faith were kind enough to suggest this bag, and when I said, well, can you send me one through, I'll pay for it, and they said, well, no, try one, do us a review on it, tell us what you think. If you don't like it, tell us why you don't like it. But if you do like it, then obviously use it and see how it goes. You can maybe even do a long-term test later on. So I said okay on that one. So I've had a look at the bag. I've used it for a couple of days now. Really impressed with it. Very, very impressed with it. It's got all sorts of really nice little pieces on. I'll try and go through. I'll do a little video as I'm doing this. But basically, a couple of straps on the front. These are magnetic straps. So I'll lift these up. And as we look inside, you can see that there's compartment separators. These are all velcroed in. A couple of them have got extra high flaps on them, so you can tuck them over the top and make a sort of second area. But they're totally adaptable. You could take them all out. You can have 4 of them in there, and you can move the position to fit your cameras and things. Now I've got my little G100 camera in here. I've got my GX8 in here, and my 14-140 lens. I've got loads of spare room. I've got things like my little microphone. That's all inside here. Spare feet for tripods, spare brackets for tripods, they're all sitting in here and things. And most importantly, in the back here, I've got my iPad. My iPad fits in here. In fact, there's a couple of places it'll fit in there, but also fit in the front here as well, and perfectly on those. So that fits in, and that was important to me. On the sides, you've got these little flaps which stops water coming in once it's closed. It protects a little bit more from water ingress as you're walking around in the rain. In the back, as I say, is a big enough compartment for the iPad. In the front, you've got a Velcro place here and 2 sub pockets in there where I've got things like cables and adapters in there, but also there's a big open in the front, and also a zip pocket inside, a full-length zip pocket, which again you could even put the iPad into that. It's so adaptable. On the sides we've got 2 small pockets which I tend to put my microphone into, and a couple of little brackets and things, spare batteries, they go into there. Lifting the lid up and turn it around the back, there's another Velcro pocket on the back. Loads of space in there, and again an iPad would even fit into that, no problem. So if you don't want to go into the camera case, I'll put the iPad into that now, I think. So if you don't want to be going into the case to get your iPad out, it'll sit in the back there quite comfortably. A lot of flies around here. So basically that's it. Important things though, there's loads of spaces if you want to put your sandwiches in, if you want to put your cans of drink, cans of pop into there, then they're all separated. You can even make sure the can of pop doesn't fall over. I wouldn't put your cups of coffee in, but you know, just in case that spills. But yeah, being serious, load of space in there, and you can even put cameras into it, which is quite fascinating. Now, there is one thing I don't like, and that's this. If we look at the top of the unit, let's see if I can push the camera back just a little bit and let you see the top of the unit. It's great, but there's one thing missing on there for me, and that's a handle. I really would like a grab handle on the top. I've got the strap that I can lift it up by, but there's no grab handle on the top. Is it a deal clincher? No, it's not. It really isn't, because the bag itself I'm really impressed with. I do tend to keep it over my shoulder most of the time, and I can pick it up like this, but it would have been nice to have had a good solid handle on the top just to be able to lift the bag itself up. Now obviously, by having magnetic catches on the front, that might have been a bit of a problem with any weight in the bag, so I can see why maybe they didn't do that. But that to me is a little bit of an omission which I would rather like to see. But apart from that, I can't think of anything I don't like about the bag. Now, these 10 litre bags, there's a couple of different colours for them. You can get them in black if you don't want. I didn't want the black bag. I specifically said I didn't want a black bag. I've had enough of black bags. But also I didn't want it to look too much like a camera bag. I wanted it to look like a sort of side sack, because although I've been in Cyprus, which the crime rate is incredibly low and fantastic, there are some countries where you really don't want to advertise the fact that you've got a camera at all. And this bag would make things a little bit easier on that, I think, in this colour. there is a greenish coloured one and things. I think this is called a Messenger, I'm not totally sure. Now prices vary. I'm not going to put the price, I'm not going to say the price at the moment because I believe it's changed since I looked, but I'll put one in the link. As soon you'll see the price down here when I get back and have a look at the price properly. But yeah, overall the bag's there. As I say, if you are interested in not just this bag but any of the bags, any of the Kentmere products, then if you use the little link in the description below, you'll get 10% off, and also I get something as an affiliate link which keeps the channel going. Speaking of keeping the channel going, while you're down there, have a look at the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button for me, please. It really does make a huge difference on how YouTube perceives my videos. So you can hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and give us a thumbs up. Even if you don't like the video, give me a thumbs up if you would, because again, that helps. And I'd also like to thank these people what I'm talking about, supporting the channel. These are my Patreon patrons who really do a fantastic job. And if you're not wanting to become a patron but just want to do a one-off thing, there's a PayPal link in the description below as well, or hit the super thanks, both of which will put a little bit of support for the channel as well. So yes, this bag, really impressed with it up to now. I will do a long-term test on it. I'll let you know what it's like in 6 months' time, because my bags do tend to get a bit of a hammering. This one has done a good few years and it's really held up well. I hope this one holds up just as well, because I'm very excited about it. But until the next time, many thanks to Ken Faith for sending me through this. Many thanks to all of you for watching my videos. And until the next time, keep on taking your camera out, keep on having fun with your photography, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.